With all of the Twitter drops Nintendo been doing, some will even doubt if there's going to be a direct. Stay tuned because I'll give you my thoughts and what games the Big N should announce. What is good, y'all? It is TheYoungKingKen, and today I'm going to give you my predictions for this June's Nintendo Direct, assuming there is one. But before I even get started with that, I do have some channel announcements. First, it's been a while since my last upload, and as much as I want to give y'all that seasoned content, there were a lot of personal things I need to get through, but y'all will see the payoff pretty soon. Second, thank you to all my supporters throughout my YouTube channel the past year, and for those that haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it if you subscribe to be a part of the kingdom. We are slowly approaching 100 subs, and as promised, I will do my first live stream on the channel when we hit that mark. With that out of the way, we can get started. The reason I posed the question, is there going to be a direct? It's because of the stream of announcements we've been receiving via Twitter, like the release dates of games like Splatoon 3, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and much more. There is also more doubt since there will be no E3 this year, as Nintendo has been a long time participant of E3 through their presentations. With all that in mind, I still believe that there is going to be some sort of summer direct, and it would be weird not to announce their brand new titles in a spectacular fashion. I think with all that we know about the releases for the later half of the year and well into next year, there's a lot to be desired and there's a lot to be announced. And here's what I think could happen with this direct. So let me get the elephant in the room out of the way by stating yes, I've heard of the leak that Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games could be coming to the Switch through Nintendo Switch Online, and with a leak this big, and with the many base NSO users still questioning the worth of the expansion pass, announcing this during the direct wouldn't come as a surprise, as I predicted this in a previous video where I predicted the inclusion of Nintendo 64 and GBA games. Well, maybe not the timing though, but yeah, of course this would be exclusive to the expansion pass, as well as the announcement of the next wave of N64 games coming, some of them in which I say in that video, such as Diddy Kong Racing or some of the Mario Party games. And speaking of the Mario Party games, I have been preaching this since January. Mario Party Superstars, the potential of updates is just straight dumb. Nintendo, add the DLC update. Hold on, let me say that again. Add the DLC. Update something. My initial video on this explains what I would want to see in a future update. And as for other Mario games, spin-offs, and whatever, I believe there could be a lot for announcements. To start, I feel that I am 99% certain, you always gotta leave that 1% out, that June will be the next wave of tracks that'll be shown off in some capacity in the booster course pass for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, assuming that it has not been announced prior to this video dropping. Man, I hope this statement ages well. Also, they'll probably talk about the release dates of not only that, but the Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. I'd like to see a more in-depth trailer for that game. And lastly, I would also like to see the reveal or teaser of two games. First, a port of Mario Galaxy 2. Most of us are already able to play the original Mario Galaxy through the 3D All-Stars collection, and it doesn't matter how bad that collection is, I just want to play the sequel. I haven't played Mario Galaxy 2. I just want to play the sequel on my Switch. And second, a teaser for Mario's next big 3D adventure, which would probably be slated for a 2023 release. Maybe they'll try for one big sandbox adventure like in Bowser's Fury, but on a way larger scale. And on what should be a larger scale, The 40th anniversary of Donkey Kong was last year and was met with dead silence. Maybe this year could be the year that we get to hear about that long-awaited 2D Donkey Kong game that everyone was rumoring about. It would also be great to have a sequel to the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series like the ones on the DS. That would be sick to play on the Switch. For Splatoon, I don't have much to say since we pretty much got a trailer recently, but you know, it would be great to see more gameplay outside of the Direct. If Nintendo says anything about the game, they'll probably mention pre-orders and special features that we haven't seen in action yet. Another game that I would like to see some gameplay of is Bayonetta 3. Honestly, I've never played a Bayonetta game in my life, and the trailer made me hyped for the third game, so hopefully Nintendo do a more in-depth trailer for that game. And on the Metroid front, Dread is an amazing game. I would love to see more from the series, especially the Prime trilogy. But more importantly, I think it's time. I think it's finally time to show off Prime 4. Maybe in the form of another teaser, but I bet it's going to be the big holiday game of next year. Just showcase more Metroid, please. Now, I probably should have mentioned this in the beginning, but I believe that the Nintendo Direct should be showcased in mid-June. Specifically around June 13th to the 14th. By that point, it will be 1 month before the release of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And we're seeing an overview trailer, and maybe, hopefully a demo comes if it hasn't already been shown in the eShop. Somebody let me know in the comments though, so I can take a look at it. And lastly, I want to talk about The Legend of Zelda. In my 2022 predictions video I made back in January, this Direct would be the one that will show off The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel, or whatever the hell this game is going to be named. But fortunately, the game was delayed into next year. Hopefully, it's early next year, maybe around March or so, but this leaves this prediction in a bit of a bind. My actual prediction will be that the Breath of the Wild sequel will get a name drop as well as an in-depth trailer. Hell, it could be even in its own presentation alongside the Nintendo Direct. But I don't think we'll see all that, maybe just a name drop and another teaser, but we'll have to wait for the grand gameplay review when we get a little closer to release date. And with that said, that opened the door of the idea of, honestly, the actual possibility that we get to see The Legend of Zelda, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess HD onto the Switch. But if we get to see one of the two games, Wind Waker is the probable release. Just now, I'm just seeing articles, rumors, and reports that it is unlikely that a Twilight Princess port gets a release date, as the third-party studio Tantalus, who were responsible for the Twilight Princess's port to the Wii U, but bringing Skyward Sword to the Switch, mentioned that they are up to the task, but it hasn't been a priority to Nintendo. With that said, expect Wind Waker to be announced. I probably mentioned a lot that I wanted to see in this Direct, but there are some games that I left out. So comment below your predictions. And I want to again say thank you for supporting the channel. And for those that haven't already but are considering joining the kingdom, go on ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell to get updates on whenever my vids drop. And until the next video, I will need y'all to keep the kingdom seasoned, y'all.